Hello guys, welcome to my Facebook group. This is Quantum Life, Jessica Alstrom Quantum Life community. And every week I'm going to pop in here and do a Facebook Live for you guys just about, what's going on energetically, what's going on with the ascension, what's going on with our bodies, what's going on in our minds, and just how everything is so completely divine that sometimes just having confirmation that we are doing exactly what we need to be doing and everything is evolving exactly the way it needs to be evolving, it somehow brings us a little bit of peace. It brings us a little bit of confirmation for what we're going through right now. And I just want to be able to utilize this group to really check in once a week this year, because this energy is really, really peaking. It's really speeding up. It's causing a lot of big changes in our body right now, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about a little bit before I jump into my other group and do my live question and answer that I do every week, which is in my subscription group. And that's Jessica Alstrom Quantum Life TICA, T-I-C-A, which stands for Transcendence International Consciousness Academy. Hello and welcome, guys. First, I want to, while I'm waiting for you guys to jump online, I want to kind of go through some things that are shifting with myself and our team here. We are globally expanding, which is awesome. We are building kind of a global crew that can facilitate and house and orchestrate live seminars. And they're not really seminars as much as group healings, group workshops, and they're aimed for teachers and messengers and guides. This is really going to be to help teachers get to the next level, healers get to the next level, healers get out of their stuck energy. And we're going to be focusing these huge productions, which is I'm super excited about. Sound healers from all over the world, dancers, and really make it about love and celebration of life, because we're moving into a time space where every moment, if we celebrated it, and that word is going to be really important as we move through this energy, is celebrate the moment, which means whether something appears negative, it is literally the next step of your journey. It isn't a back step. It is the next step. You're not taking 5 steps back when the bottom falls out of your rhythm or your high frequency. You're literally taking the next perfect step. Okay, so if things are kind of going crazy for you right now, that is the next step. In order for you to become the butterfly, there has to be a breaking down point. In order for a flower to become a flower, there has to be some deconstruction. There has to be some destruction. And ego always judges that as a negative experience. And none of that is a negative experience, because that is a very important part of growth. That is an important part of your awareness. It is an important part of your shifting. And when our bodies are growing, sometimes it's painful. And so we associate pain with something that's bad when it's not necessarily bad. It's the next step. So really what we're going to be doing is going on tour and celebrating the art of creating reality, the art of living on purpose, the art of clearing through sound and light, healing anything that could be left in your vibrational state of being that is going to get in the way of you being a world leader, getting in the way of you getting your voice out there, your message out there, your healing out there, your workshops out there, your books out there. We really want to take people and help them transcend this lower ideal of life and help them shift in a very short time, move into the ultimate possibilities and the frequencies of the quantum field of basically unlimited potential. And with the right team, I know that I'm going to be able to do this, and it's going to be quite the production. So we are already in deep of creation right now. And so that's very exciting. So I did want to release our first location on the map that we will be showing up and crashing, and that is going to be Florida, and that is going to be the first week of October. We have our Jessica Alstrom crew that is working on getting that those press releases sent out for you guys, and more material for you guys to be able to hold your space. And then it looks like we're going to be in Australia the first week of December. So That's what we're hoping for. We're looking for a space that can house the production. You know, I'm from Hollywood, y'all, so if we're gonna go big, we're gonna do it right. So so yes, we will be in Florida first, and then we will be going to Australia, and we're looking at probably LA for the first of the year, as far as where we're going to be able to house this production. So we're really excited, because I will tell you guys that the light workers on this planet are the new rock stars. We are the ones, you know, and if you look at celebrities, and you look at people who have been holding space on the planet, keeping us motivated, keeping us elevated, keeping us high frequency, keeping us dreaming, keeping us visualizing. That's what celebrities have been doing on this planet since the beginning of time. Professional athletes inspire you. Professional singers, you know, move your energy. Professional anything, they're there as a guide. They're there to hold space for us to really be able to say, well, you know what, this is motivating me to be this, and this is inspiring me to be this. They're not something to be adored or gawked or gurued. They're literally there as a placeholder for you to remember who you are. Now, you may want to do it differently than how they do it, but you're here for a very specific reason, and you're here to be the rock star of what it is that you love to do, whether that's raise children, write music, play art, write books, you know, help people transcend to the next plane. Whatever it is that you are the rock star of needs to be shared with this world. And I know I say that every week, but that's why I wanted to check in with you guys and do these little check-ins, because sometimes it can feel like you're taking steps backwards. It can feel like you're all alone. It can feel like, you know, you still don't have your voice, or you don't have your words, or you're not quite sure what you're supposed to be doing. But really, when you get in alignment with the trust within yourself, and you get in alignment with your highest excitement, all of the clouds clear, and you literally just step into purpose. It isn't something that, you know, you read from your Akashic records. It is literally something that you step into, and then all of a sudden you turn around, you're like, whoa, I'm living my purpose. And this purpose is based in my pain and my suffering and my talent and my hopes and my service abilities. So it's super important right now that we create these global, basically like universal paloozas, where we can start with the team that we have and hopefully grow into a global powerhouse of teachers, healers, guides, messengers that can take center stage. And instead of, you know, looking at celebrities on TV and wondering how they do it, actually be able to join in and forces with the unity of where we are right now and be a part of this globally. So, you know, I've had my Tika University for 2 years now, which is a global training for higher self, which means the only thing that you're ever going to get out of my university is the connection of your higher self, and your job is to live, breathe, act, and be the example of that version of yourself. So yes, there's certifications, yes, there's modalities, but everything is geared towards closing the gap between ego and higher self, because as duality starts to shrink, you guys, because that's what's happening in 5D. Duality is beginning to shrink, which means separation is no longer going to be so intense. As the gap closes, you begin to close. And as soon as you close the gap, you expand, okay? And as you expand, you can hold more space. You have more identification of who you really are, because you're not being pushed and pulled by your inner critic and your inner hero. You're literally on purpose. And this is what's happening with the ascension. So the big announcement that I wanted to make is that we are really at a threshold point with our energy right now as we move into this new moon with Gemini. Gemini is all about duality and being able to be balanced in duality. It's the art of communication. It's the art of flow. It's airy. But really what it is, it's about the number 2, which is the dark and the light combination of you, and embracing that shadow within and being able to share all of that, what you are. And as we move into the full moon, which is in Capricorn, it's all about work. It's all about that grounded work. So this is going to really kind of help you bring yourself together with the new moon, set really powerful intentions, and then step into this Capricorn energy that is all about like the work ethic and doing the work and showing up and actually, you know, getting the workshop on the books and, you know, getting someone to build the website and literally opening the door. Because right now it's almost like the door to heaven is open, and we're all going, oh, I'm afraid to walk through. I'm afraid it's not going to be real. I'm afraid, I'm afraid of what could happen if I leave my comfort zone. And the universe is like, okay, guys, the door is open. Like, you have to walk through it, which means you may have to face some fear. You may have to have a conversation. You might have to pack your bags. You might have to do certain things right now that feel scary, but it's that growth process. It's just change. The third law of creation is change. So the only thing that you can count on for the rest of your existence is that you will change and evolve and grow. Now, you have the choice, because this is a free will zone. You don't have to do this, but at the same time, what your body is experiencing right now with Gemini, which is all about this energy, which is all about the arms and the respiratory energy and the shoulders, and this is all about Gemini. And so what I'm noticing right now is just quick bursts of anxiety going through people. It's like they'll be fine, and then all of a sudden quick bursts of anxiety, and they're like, what the heck? People who have never had anxiety attacks literally feel like they're having a heart attack for a few minutes. And what that's actually doing is it's burning out and integrating ego. It's burning out some old energy in your body, and it's almost like if your body sensed fear or sensed change or sensed something new, it would go into a heightened state. Well, that's what's happening as the ego shifts into this crystalline energy that we're becoming. And it's not always pleasant for the ego to experience an integration. Ego's having growing pains. Ego's growing up. Ego's having to do some healing right now, and having to be courageous, and having to leave behind its uncomfortable comfort zones, and having to stand on its own 2 feet and say goodbye to codependency and step into truth. And this is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've waited our entire existence for on this particular earth plane. And we're here to show up now. So I feel honored to be able to kind of translate this into kind of layman's 4th grade terms and still stay totally quantum, and be here to kind of say everything that you guys are experiencing right now is 100% perfect. There isn't anything bad. Yes, you may not feel good. Yes, your bodies may be in crisis. Yes, you may have lost something, but that is the next step for you. That is the perfect next step, that the perfect piece that needs to go in your book. It is the perfect piece for your workshop. It is the perfect piece for you to survive through, so that you can help someone else over the bridge once you actually learn how to do it, because you're going to do it. You have the coordinates in your DNA. You know how to do this. And if you would get out of your mind, and you would literally come to your senses, right? You would come to your senses. You would just know that everything you're experiencing right now is very important for your craft, for your purpose, for you as a light worker on the planet. And that's the most important information that I have for you guys this week. I rolled out a new barter program in my academy and in my paid Facebook group. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for doers. I'm looking for global leaders who may not know they're global leaders yet, but have a talent for expansion, have a talent for curriculum, have a talent for stage production, anything that has to do with bringing light working to the mainstream and making it accessible and easy for people to understand that are just waking up. Because this door that opened, you guys, this Gemini energy that's opening wide, is the full last shift of the planet, which means the planet is waking up. So the people who thought you were crazy last year are calling you like, what were you saying last year about this time, about some crystals, right? Everyone is waking up. It's literally hitting like dropping a pebble, and it's going out. So you're all going to be busy. You're all going to have clients. You're all going to love the acts of service that you're in, but you've got to be able to understand that you're not doing anything wrong right now. You're just going through a gateway. You're going through a huge expansion, and that's going to come with some growing pains. And the more you surrender and the more you celebrate each moment. Each negative is a positive. Each negative is a shortcut. So looking at those going, yes, this is going to motivate me to grow. Yes, this is going to motivate me to finally get my book out there because I just saw another person suffering. Yes, I just moved through this. Yes, I just stood up for myself. Now I can show other people how to do it. It's really simple, but at the same time, The people who are waking up are looking at you like you're the Rolling Stones. They're looking at you like you're the celebrity basketball team. So why not step into that power and become the rock star that you are? So that's what we're doing as a global team. We're going to be putting together quantum workshops that are going to not just rah-rah you, because the one thing that I despise about workshops is that you get your frequency all the way out of control high, and on Sunday you get on a plane and there's a baby crying and your luggage is lost and you go home to a pile of bills. So what I want to do is I want to create global workshops that are healing for all areas of your life, but actually train you how to go home in the high frequencies and how to deal with the baby on the plane and how to deal with all these things, because that was the biggest thing. I thought, I'm never doing workshops because I got so high and then I dropped so low. So I am going to be arming you guys from the second you enter that workshop to the second that you leave. You're going to be in character of your higher self through every step. And then I'm going to offer a check-in group or a support group for after, so that we can maintain our frequencies after, because this is how we need to be showing up. We need to not just show up once, not just show up for the seminar, but show up in life. Show up as your archetype, show up as your higher self, show up as this unlimited being of light that you are and you feel inside. Okay? So this is where we are globally. This is what we're doing as our team here at Transcendence and Quantum Life. Anybody who's in the subscription group has awareness of this barter program that I'm doing right now. So if anybody is interested, they can reach out to me personally, or I'll put a link. My social media team can put a link in the underneath this for a way for you guys to reach out if you're interested in that, or if you have a location that you'd like us to use some planet. You know, we are live streaming in 106 countries now, and we are in Artica University is in I believe 22 countries right now, which is a huge shift. So if you guys are just thinking quantum is going mainstream, so what we are is we are frequency and vibration. So just for just a minute, because I don't want to run too late. Is I put a little video for you guys earlier, I think it was yesterday, about the marbles. And anybody who hasn't seen this, I want you to go back and watch that little tiny video that I posted about the marbles. Obviously, it's not my video, but I just loved it. And I want you to watch it, and I want you to watch it with this awareness. I want you to watch it with the magnet being you, okay? That magnet is you, the larger one. And what you are focused on literally is attracted to you, and that becomes your reality, okay? And if you watched how it all morphed together, it literally made like its own reality. And if it flipped, it would make a different reality, which means where you are focused is creating your reality. So the universe isn't saying yes to you and no to you. It is saying, what are you focused on? And so what happens is we have all this light underneath, and then we have all this pain, and we're attracting from both aspects, which is why today in the pictures I put that little focus game for you to see those two focus wheels, and then it says find 2, find 3, and find 1, because if you go back and look at that, what you'll see is the 2 is duality. Okay, third is the third dimension that is created from the 2 duality points, shadow and light. And then when you look long enough, you see 1, which is unity, which is what we're returning to. So that was the most symbolic version of the holographic earth that we are living on right now, for us to be able to visually understand quantum physics. So hopefully you guys got to see that picture and you got to see that little video about the magnets, because I geek out whenever I can find something that I'm like, yes, this is quantum physics. So love it. Feel free, if you have any videos of your own or any of your pictures of your own, to go into the Quantum Life, the Jessica Alstrom Quantum Life tribe group, because that's where you guys can share your own magic, your own stories, your own workshops. It's your forum to be able to fully expose yourself with all your truth and be able to meet with like-minded people. So I'm going to actually end off right now with this little intro and jump into my my paid group to do our live question and answer, which we do every single Tuesday at 8:30. And we had so many new group members last year that I actually had to break it out in 2 weeks because we had so many questions. Awesome questions. Nothing's off limits. They're, you know, what I do is I tap into higher self, and I channel through higher self ego and the body to give you the right message of what you're actually manifesting, because it's not about law of attraction, it's about law of reflection. Law of reflection happens, and then you magnetize the attraction based on the reflection. So it's very important to understand, like, the chicken or the egg, which comes first, and that is law of reflection. So in Chica, it's all about me reflecting back to you what it is that the messages of your reality are saying. So you don't have money, I'm going to tell you why. If you don't have this body problem, I'm going to tell you why, because I'm just going to look in the mirror and I'm going to show you through my way of channeling how I do that. So another exciting thing is May is coming through, and we have graduated so many teachers this month. So as we do that, they are going to be facilitating one-on-one sessions, shadow sessions, regression sessions, time travel sessions, all the weird things that we do here at Tika, and plus their own magic toolbox that they've come in with. And I did want to make one last announcement, is because I'm ready to go on tour in 2019, a little bit of 2018, then my last mentoring group will be October of 2018, which means after my October group, I won't be doing the mentorships anymore, which is my 3-month progressive life transformation, which is one-on-one, 90 minutes a week, hardcore, basically shifting of your personal journey into higher self. And so October will be my last opportunity for that. So if you're interested in the mentorship, we'll put the link below, and then you guys can reach out, and we'll get you a 15-minute interview. And but otherwise, the Facebook group is bumping. I channel for time and space, which means absence of, which means it's always relevant. I've got 2 years worth of archives in that paid group, which is only $22 a month. And so if you want to just get started there and get your feet wet and dirty, you'll definitely get enough value from that right now if you're not ready to jump into the academy or in the hot seat with me for 3 months. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to get off here and go to my classroom and finish up our question and answer. Tomorrow night will be our Academy class, which we are going to be wrapping up our Milking Frequency workshop. And then Thursday night is our live feed in the Tika group, which I will channel the rest of that workshop as well. And then we have Second Sunday coming on Sunday. So it's a really big week in Gemini. And I happen to be a Gemini, so I'm going to milk this frequency until we get to Capricorn, which things get real. Capricorn is the earth energy, but we love it. And we're going to embrace it, and we're going to do this as a team, because we are a global unity and we are all about love. Okay? I will see you guys soon.